Morning children, we'll discuss the problems on ratios, proportions and variations. So here the first question is convert 200 meters in kilometers. Okay, dash of kilometers. So these 200 meters I need to calculate to kilometers. So here I need to find the ratio. So clearly I know 1000 meters is equal to 1 kilometer. Then what about 200 meters? 200 meters is equal to 200 into 1 by 1000. So 1 2 zeros, 1 2 zeros. That's equal to 2 by 10 is 2 ones are 2 fives are. That is 1 by 5 kilometers, or you convert it into decimals, that is 0.2 kilometers. So 200 meters is equal to 0.2 kilometers. So in the same way, the second question is the result obtained by applying compoundendo to B is to, the second question is B is to A minus B proportion to D is to C minus D is dash. So I need to apply the compounder proof here. So here this one I am taking it as so actually I am applying compounder formula here. A is to B proportionate to C is to D is equal to A by B plus 1 is equal to C by D plus 1. So here A value is B and B value is A minus B and C value is D and D value is C minus D. So I am going to substitute in this formula here. That is B by A value is B by A minus B plus 1 is equal to C value is D by C minus D plus 1. Now do the LCM. The LCM is A minus B is equal to A minus B by A minus B is 1. 1 into B is B plus 1 into A minus B is equal to, the LCM is C minus D. Then D plus 1 into C minus D. LCM is C minus D means automatically C minus D by C minus D is 1. 1 into D is D plus C minus D by 1 is C minus D into 1 is C minus D. Now that's equal to B plus A minus B by A minus B is equal to D plus C minus D by C minus D. Now minus B plus B cancel and minus D plus D cancel. Now the next is A by A minus B is equal to C by C minus D. So this is the answer. So when we are applying the compounder formula to B is to A minus B proportionate to D is to C minus D, the answer will be A by A minus B equal to C by C minus D is the answer. The next third one is the homework, that is the simplest form of 57 is to 72 is, so simply divide it, you are going to get the answer. The next fourth one, the fourth question is if x is equal to 3y equal to 4z, then I have to find the value of x is to y is to z. Okay, so to this so here I am taking x equal to 3y is to 4z, then I have to find the value of x is to y is to z. Now here x is equal to 3y Then what about y? Y is equal to 1 by 3 x. Okay. Then what about z? In the same way, x is equal to 4z. Then z is equal to 1 by 4 x. Now x is to y is to z. That's equal to 12 by 12 x is to 1 by 3 x is to 1 by 4 x, that is x is to y is to z. So here I am taking x is to y is to z is equal to x value I don't know, the I am taking x, and y value is 1 by 3x and z value is 1 by 4x. Now that's equal to, the LCM is 12. So 12 by 1 is equal to 12. So 12 by 12x is 2. So 4x by 12 is to 3x by 12. The LCM is 12. So here nothing is there. So that means 12 by 12x is equal to 1 I am getting. And 4 1s are 4 3s are. Then again I am going to get 1 by 3x plus, and is to 3 by 12 is equal to 1 by 4x. Now here, now in all the cases the numbers are equal. Simply compare the numerators, that is 12 is to 4 is to 3. So this is the ratio of x is to y is to z if x equal to 3y equal to z. So this is the solution. Children, the next question is, fifth question, which of the two ratios is 4 is to 9 and 5 is to 8 is greater? So here the question is, fifth question, that is 4 is to 9 and 5 is to 8. In this, which is greater? We have to find. So here I already said in the first class, that is to find the ratios, so we can use by the method of equivalent fractions or by using the decimals. So we will solve it by using the decimals. So here 4 is to 9. This 4 is to 9 I can express it as 4 by 9. Now 4 by 9 division is, you are going to get 0.44 value. Okay. And 5 is to 8 is equal to 5 by 8. The value I am going to get is 0.625. Okay. Now compare. So nothing is there, so I am placing it as 0. Now see, before decimal 0 0. So I am going to compare only the values after the 0. Here it is 440 and it is 625. 625, that is 0.625 is greater than 0.44. Okay. So then 0.625 is what the value, that is 5 is to 8 is greater than 4 is to 9. So in this way we can compare. So otherwise you can take the LCM and we have to solve. That is 4 by 9 and 5 by 8. LCM of 9 and 8, we have to solve it and we have to make the equivalent fractions. The next is, find the inverse, that is sixth question. Find the inverse ratio of 1 by 8 is to 4. Okay. The inverse ratio of A is to B is B is to A. So now here, that is A is to B is 1 by 8 is to 4. Now that B is to A, that is 4 is to 1 by 8. Okay. Now to change it, so here the denominator is there. So I want to change this. So 1 by 8 is to 4 is 4 is to 1 by 8. Now I'm going to make it equal. Now here take the LCM. That means here denominator is 8 is there, nothing is there. In that I'm taking the LCM here. LCM will be 8. 8 by 1 is 8 into 4 is 32. 32 by 8 is to 1 by 8. Okay. So here the denominators are same. Therefore, that is 32:1 is the inverse ratio. If you don't want in fractions, if you want in fractions, so directly you can take this value. If you are simplifying this, you are going to get 32:1. Children, the next question is find the result obtained by applying dividendo to a plus b is to b proportion to b c plus d is to d. Now here the question is find the compound of the seventh question, that is a plus b is to b proportion to c plus d is to d. Now I have to find the compound formula. Okay, so in first class I already said you about the compound and dividend rules. Okay, so in that, so here the question is find the dividendo. So here the dividendo relation is, see, if the ratios are in the form of a is to b is to c is to d, then we have to get a by b minus 1 is equal to c by d minus 1. That means, see, for the compounder we have added this one plus 1. Now I am going to do the subtraction. So to do the subtraction, so here where a is equal to a plus b and b is equal to b only. Now and I will solve the. Okay. So here a plus b by b minus 1 is equal to, c value is b by c plus d, is equal to, c value is c plus d by d minus 1. Now do the LCM. LCM is b. A plus b minus b is equal to c plus d minus d by d, plus b minus b plus d minus d. Now that is a by b is equal to c by d. So this is the answer. And the next 8th question, that is find the compound ratio of p is to r proportion to r is to q. So for the compound ratio, it is, if it is the form of a is to b such that c is to d is equal to, so I already said we have to multiply the antecedents and we have to multiply the consequence. That means AC is equal to BD or AC is to BD. Now here A is equal to P into C is R. P into R is equal to R into Q. That is the ratio. That is PR is to RQ. This is the compound ratio of P is to R such that R is to Q. So the next question is find the numbers 4, 7, 8 and 14 are in proportion or not. So I have to calculate, that means whether they are in proportion or not. So here I am taking 8 is to 14 is equal to 4 is to 7. Is I am going to get the same value or not, we will check it. Okay, these two terms I am taking and these two terms. So here this 8 is to 14, 2 4s are 2 7s, that is 4 is to 7 is equal to 4 is to 7 I am getting. Hence these numbers are in proportion. Hence numbers are in proportion. That means two ratios are equal. Then 10th question. The 10th question is express 1.5 liters is to 250 ml. So I have to express this. See, in this, one is in liters and one is in milliliters. So first I'm going to change all the liters into milliliters. That means 1 liter is equal to how many ml? 1000 milliliters. Then what about 1.5 liters? 1.5 liters is equal to 1.5 into 1000. The value is how much? So that is 1500 milliliters. Okay. So here now I'm going to change, that is wherever 1.5 liters is there, I'm going to take 1500 ml. So 1500 ml is to 250 ml. So here see, while doing the ratios compulsory the unit should be same. So both sides milliliters is there. So okay. Now that is 1500 by 250. So 0 0 cancel. 5 5s are 5 30s are 5 1s are 5 6s are. So that's equal to 6 by 1 is equal to 6 is to 1 ml. That is 6 ml is equal to 1 ml. The ratio is 6 is to 1. So in this way we need to calculate the ratios. The next question is 11th question. So the 11th question is, if P and Q square are in direct proportion, if Q doubles then P becomes. So here direct proportion, that means see, if one term is increasing the other term should be increased, then that is called as direct proportion. Or one, if X term is decreasing then automatically Y term should be decreases. So here if P and Q are direct in direct variation, then if Q doubles then what P becomes what? Okay, so that is the question here. So here P and Q are in direct proportion. So the condition is, if Q doubles, Q is becoming double, then P is equal to, I need to calculate. That means here P is directly proportional to Q square. Okay. That means P is to Q square. Now if it is doubling, that means Q square is doubling. Here 2 into Q square is equal to P is to 2Q whole square. That is here, that is 2 into, that is 2 into means Q square into Q square is equal to P into P is to 2Q square whole square is 4Q square. Now see, if then P will be 4 times. Okay. See here Q square, that means 2. Q square, well, example I am taking, Q square is 2. Then what about 2 into 2? That is 4. So that means if P will be 4 times of Q square. That is the question. So once again I am explaining. See, P and Q are in direct proportion. That means if P is increasing, Q also increases. But in this condition, Q is becoming double. Then I need to calculate the value of P. That is P is directly proportional to Q square. That is P is to Q square. So here Q is double. That means 2 of Q square is equal to P is to 2Q whole square. That is Q value I am taking directly here. This Q is equal to 2Q. The whole square, that is 4Q square. That is Q into Q square is 2Q square is equal to 4Q square. Then P will becomes 4 times of Q. That is the question. The next is, this is the important question. That is 12th question. 12th question is, if 10 men can do a certain work in 6 days and 15 men can do the same work in how many days? So here, see, I'm using the formula 10. So one is men and one is worker. Okay. So here I'm taking the formula, that means I'm taking the table here. 10 men can do the work in 6 days. Then what about 15 men? 15 men, how many days? So that is the question. Okay. See, if men are increased, automatically, if men, less number of men, less days. Okay. If men are increased, then what about the days? Days will be increasing or decreasing? Days will be decreases. That means work will be decreases. So here I am taking this one as days. Okay. 10 days. That means 10 men can do the work in 6 days. Then what about 50 men? Men's are increasing. Then automatically the work will be decreases. Now it is in inverse variation or indirect proportion. Now inverse variation formula is x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. So here men I am taking it as x and days I am taking it as y. So this one I am taking it as y. So here this will be x1 y1 x2, this is y2. Now the formula is x1 y1 is equal to x2 y2. Now here x1, that is 10 into 6 is equal to 15 into y. Now y is equal to 10 into 6 by 15. 5 3s are 5 2s are 3 1s are 3 2s are. So that's equal to 2 into 2 is equal to 4 days. That means 15 men can do the same work in 4 days. So that is the question. The next is 13th one. If x varies directly as the cube of y and x is 32 when y is 4, then what is the value of y when x is 108? So that is the question. Okay children, see the question 13th one, that is x varies directly to the cube of y. X varies directly to the cube of y. That is x is varying directly to the cube of y. And if x is 32, then when y is 4, then what is the value of y when x is 108? That means if x value is 32, y value is 4. Then if x is 108, then what is the y value? So that is the question here. X is directly varying to the cube of y, that is y cube. Here x is equal to k y cube, because I am taking out this proportion and I am taking as a constant. K is a constant here. Then if x is equal to 32, if x is equal to 32, then y is equal to 4. That means wherever x value is, I am going to substitute 32. 32 is equal to k into y value is 4 cube. Okay. Now here 32 is equal to k into 4 cube is 64. Then k is equal to 32 by 64. 1s are 2s are. That is k is equal to 1 by 2. Now I got the k value. Now the condition is given when x is equal to 108. Then what is the y value? So that is the question. So based on this, that is x is equal to k y cube. So I am going to substitute the x value, that is 108 is equal to k is 1 by 2 into y cube. Now y cube is equal to, do the cross multiplication, 108 into 2. 108 into 2 is 216. Okay, y cube is equal to 216. Then y cube is equal to 216 value is 6 cube. So both the cases, now formula is a to the power of m is equal to b to the power of m. Then that implies a is to b. That means y is equal to 6. So when x is equal to 108, the y value will be 6. So this is the question. See, once again I am saying x is proportional to y cube. And if x equal to 32, then y is 4. Then what about x equal to 108? What is the y value? That is the question there. So here see, here x is equal to k of y cube. That means proportionality symbol I'm taking it and I'm using constant k. Then x here say 32 is equal to k into 4 cube. That is k is equal to 32 by 64. K value I'm going to get 1 by 2. Then the condition based I'm going to use these two conditions and I'm going to substitute x equal to 108. Then y equal to, then x equal to 108 is equal to 1 by 2 into y cube. That's equal to y 108 into 2. Y cube is equal to 216. Then cube 216, if I am expanding it in the powers of 3, that is 6 cube. Y cube is equal to 6 cube. Cube cancel. Y equal to 6. This is the question. So children, next question, that is 14th one. A varies inversely as square of b, and if a is 1 then b is 3. Then what is the value of b when a is 3? So that is the question here. That is 14th one. A varies to, a is inversely proportional to b square. Okay. Now a is equal to k into 1 by b square, because inversely proportional is 1 by. Now that's equal to, a is equal to k by b square. There where b is the, k is the constant here. Okay. Given that a equal to 1, and when a, if given that a is 1, when b is 3. That means if a is 1, b value is 3. Now I am going to substitute these values in this. 1 is equal to k into 3 square. 1 is equal to k by 9. K is equal to 9. I got the value, k is equal to 9. Okay. Now when a equal to 3, that means a is equal to 3. I am going to substitute in this expression. That is 3 is equal to, k value is 9 by b square. That is b square, do the cross multiplication, 3b square is equal to 9. B square is equal to 9 by 3. 3 ones are, 3 threes are. B square is equal to 3. Then b is equal to square root of 3. I got b value square root of 3. Okay. So this is the value. And for the today, the last question, 15th question, express 3 by 5 is to 7 by 9 in the lowest terms. That is 3 by 5 is to 3 by 5 is to 7 by 9 in lowest terms. Okay. So here take the LCM. Or simply do the cross multiplication, that is 3 into 9 is equal to 7 into 5. 27 is to 35. This is one method. Or take the LCM. 45 is the LCM. 45 by 9. 45. So this is one method, and LCM is second method I am taking here, or I will do here. So your second method is LCM of 5 and 9. So LCM of 5, 9 is 45. Now 45 by 5 is 9. 9 into 3 is 2. LCM is again 45. 45 by 9 is 5. 5 into 7. So 9 3s are 27 by 45 is to 35 by 45. So here the denominators are same. So you can cancel the denominators. That is 27 is to 35. This is the answer. See, both the cases the answer is same. If you are doing cross multiplication, you are going to get the same value, or by taking the LCM and solving also will get the same value. So children, in next class we will continue some more problems. Thank you. Have a good day.